What's up, guys? Welcome back to Horsepower Obsessed. Welcome back to the vlog, and welcome back to another interesting modification for the C8 Corvette. Today, this is going to be a mod that if you own a C8 Corvette, you could definitely use this. It doesn't matter what color it is. It doesn't matter what model or trim it is. This is something you all are going to need, trust me. All right, guys, so excuse the music in the background. My neighbor is going crazy with his loud music on his deck for some reason, but I'm going to try to talk loud and fast to make sure that YouTube does not demonetize me. But today we are going to be talking about a mod for the C8 Corvette that you all can use. It doesn't matter which one you chose, what Corvette you have, what color, what wheels, none of that matters. What this is a mod that at its simplest form is something that you all are going to need at some point or another. Now, what you guys probably do with your Corvettes is very similar to what I do with my Corvettes. I like to keep them clean. Now, with that said, this car is not actually clean right now because it has been getting a lot of track time and driving in, but that car is clean, and we want to keep these things clean for the most part. So I'm going to clean this car today, but you guys have already seen that. You've already seen me clean this car before. We don't want to see that again, I'm sure. But what you do want to see is how I'm going to go about cleaning the engine bay. And that's where this new product comes in, and it is super freaking awesome. So let's pop the engine bay here so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about and why it's going to matter for you. Now, in here is obviously your glorious 6.2 liter engine, but it is also your trunk. Now, if you guys have washed a C8 Corvette at any point, you realize that as you're pressure washing it or even just bucket washing it, this area gets dirty. This area gets wet. And even if you find a way to make sure that this area never gets water in it from your washings, it still gets dirty from driving. So how do you clean it? How do you go about doing this in the most efficient way possible? Well, I have the answer. And this is it. So this is from my friend C8 Rally Driver. You can go to the website c8rallydriver.com and grab one of these for yourselves. I will put the discount code down here on the screen for you to use, just so you can grab one of these at a discount. There will be a link in the description as well if you're interested in grabbing these, but these are really, really interesting for the C8, and they're really nicely made. So I know you guys are all wondering by now. You're saying, Justin, what is this thing? I'm going to take this out and I'm going to show you because it is really cool. It's something you're definitely going to want. So basically, when you make this purchase, this is what you're going to get. It is a leather carrying pouch, and this is all the bigger it is. I would say it's about 2 feet, maybe 2.5 feet long, and it has a nice zipper top on it. If we unzip it, the part that we really are interested in is on the inside. So here we go. This is the product right here. Now, this is really... I'm telling you now, guys, you are going to love this thing so much because what this is going to do is actually block off the rear trunk portion of the engine bay. So it is going to sit right here and press down on this seal all the way back to here. That way we can come in here with a pressure washer and wash all of the good stuff without getting the trunk wet at all. I know, it is an absolute fantastic design. I don't know why it's taken someone this long to make it. And the best part is I know this person personally who is making this product, and he is a super humble dude, and it is without a doubt something everybody's gonna need. So have no fear buying from him. He has been an absolute great person to work with, to talk with. He knows Corvettes in and out, and he loves Corvettes as much as we do. So big thumbs up. The way this thing works, guys, is we have to replace the T15 screws on the back of the trunk with some button cap screws, and then this is going to actually snap down onto those button caps and allow this thing to sit in there tightly against the seal to make sure no water gets in. Okay, so what we have to do to get prepared for this is remove 18 T15 screws. So all of the ones on the black part of the back end and 2 right here on the fender as well on both sides, to be replaced with the Phillips button head screws that will hold this particular cover on while we're pressure washing. So we got all of the screws out, the T15 stock screws, and what we're going to do is start adding in the aftermarket button head screws, and this is basically all it is. So you take your Phillips head screw and the button cap and just stick it straight down through, and then just tighten that down into the same spot that your T15 was in, and now we'll have that ability to snap that cover in place. After these are somewhat assembled, you can go ahead and start putting them in the same holes that you took the T15s out of. So while I was putting this all together, I kind of realized something, but I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of what mine looks like here. I have all of my sponsors on here as well as my logo real big in the middle. He did a fantastic job of making this, but we got Click Lewis over here. They're the ones that really helped me solidify the C8 Corvette purchase. And of course, they are also part of the C5 Corvette giveaway, which if you guys haven't entered yet, definitely check out the link below to buy your merchandise to possibly win that beautiful C5 Corvette. Every $10 spent in merch is an entry, so definitely check out the link down below. But then of course we have ACS Composite. We have Black Diamond with the BDF 25 beautiful wheels on the car. They're also involved in the C5 Corvette giveaway. Big thumbs up to them. And then over here we have Blackout Tinting. Nobody can forget Blackout Tinting. They're the ones that made this satin wrapped C8 beautiful creature look so freaking beautiful. They also did some work with the C5 and with the C7. Then we have AWE, which of course got us the exhaust on this C8 Corvette. And we have RPI Designs, which also got us the taillight covers and some different accessories that we have on the car. Now, what I noticed about this though, is that not all of these holes need to be replaced with the button caps. So right here specifically, we're not gonna need this one and we're not gonna need this one. So there's two pretty close together right here, and only one of them is actually gonna get a button cap. So the other one can remain the stock T15 bolt. Now, as you can see though, guys, this thing is going to be super useful. It looks super freaking awesome. I am really pumped with how this thing turned out because it basically matches the car. It shows my logo. I could put it on there anytime I want and wash the car without getting the trunk wet at all. So yeah, let's finish up this installation. I'm going to remove the two button hooks here, snap this thing into place, and show you it in action. Now, what you guys are going to want to keep in mind when you're installing these button cap Phillips head screws, don't go crazy with them. Don't torque them down anything fierce. It can definitely break these little button caps. So just use a hand screwdriver and tighten them up under your own strength. Don't go crazy with it though. They don't have to be on there with any kind of serious force. They're really just there to allow this thing to sit flush with this rubber seal here in the engine bay / trunk area. So from here, we're all tightened up. We're gonna go ahead and snap this thing into place, and I'm gonna kind of show you the process. All right, so all the snaps are in. What I'm going to tell you for this part is when you're screwing down the button caps, I said not to go crazy with the torque, but you are going to want to make sure that the screw is down inside of that button head as far as possible to make this as easy as possible to get on. The last step is to come back here and grab the drawstring part, which are these two little clips right here, and you're going to pull them down and snap them right underneath the plastic part or the composite piece here in the bay, and it's going to hold it tight in the back as well. So we'll just stretch this down and snap it right under just like that. We're going to do that on both sides, just like that. Now that is held, you can actually see it forcing through its rubber seal right here. So what this is going to allow us to do is now pressure wash, or however you want to wash your engine bay without getting anything in the trunk. Look how freaking awesome this looks though, guys. I absolutely love the genius application here. It's something that the car definitely needs, and honestly, this is something GM's missing out on. They need to do something like this. He actually sent me two different colors. I have the red with the black writing, and I also have a black one with the red writing. And the best part is he actually sent me a third one, completely blank. It's black, but it's blank. And guess what, guys? It's for you. If you want to win it, you can win by just entering in the comments down below, C8 Rally Driver. And you're going to also go to his Instagram, which is at C8 Rally Driver, and you're going to follow him. So in the comment section here, you're going to reply and say C8 Rally Driver somewhere in your comment, and you're also going to go over to his Instagram and follow him at C8 Rally Driver, and that will enter you into winning one of these solid black with the same functionality. So get to it, guys. Go down there, comment if you want to win something like this. This thing is really awesome, but we're about to test it out. Just in case you're not believing me and you don't think it's awesome, I'm about to show you why it is. So everything is in place and we're finally ready for some pressure washing. So I'm going to come over here to my pressure washing unit, which if you guys haven't seen the video on this, I will link it right up here for you. But basically this is a fully custom pressure wash setup that is going to mount right to your wall and allow you to be able to wash your beautiful vehicles in a much more efficient manner. We're going to go ahead and grab the gun here and we're going to start pressure washing out the engine bay. So what I'm going to use is the foam cannon here. This is something I would definitely not have done without this cover. So let's see how much this thing can be trusted. Now, what I want to do is completely clean the engine bay, the glass of the hatch, all of that stuff. It's all going to get clean. So let's see what happens here. All right, There's no turning back at this point. So normally from here I would go ahead and start wiping things down, but for the sake of this video, we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to kind of pressure wash it off after it runs for a little bit.
2 seconds later.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and pressure wash this thing off now. Like I said, you don't have to necessarily be using a pressure washer for this. A garden hose, anything like that will work. And this is just going to keep your trunk nice and dry. And my friend actually made a suggestion while I had this on here. This is actually really good to use at car shows. So if you want to pop your hatch and show your engine bay without necessarily showing what's in your trunk, you could put this on there as well. So again, guys, if you want to win one of these, just comment down below C8 Rally Driver and also go follow him on Instagram. But for now, let's hose this off. All right, so either that thing worked or it didn't. We're gonna pull that back here in a second and see if there's any water sitting in the trunk portion. But just that little bit of hosing off, I can clearly see the engine bay is much cleaner. This is definitely something you should be using, even if it is for nothing else other than car shows. But this thing is very functional for what we're doing here. I love the simplicity of it and the fact that you can even still kind of have your own advertisement going on as well. You can see there's a little bit of standing water here. So what we're going to do is start from the back side, unsnapping these and pull it forward so all the water kind of dumps into the engine bay and not into the trunk. So I know that's probably a little easier said than done. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna bring you in here a little closer so you can see there is no water that got in there. It's a genius idea and I really liked it, so I reached out to the guy who's making them pretty early on. Him and I have talked back and forth quite a bit. He's a really good guy, like I said. I like where his mind's at with this stuff. So I'm going to link it all in the description down below. Like I said, if you guys want to win one of these for yourselves, go ahead and do the response down there in the comment section and make sure you follow him on Instagram. I will put all the information down here for you to see. But guys, that's going to basically do it for the video. This is all we were going to be testing today, is something that is definitely simple, but definitely needed for pretty much all you guys out there with C8 Corvettes. If you guys like what you saw here today, please go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Let me know you're liking the content so I can continue to create this stuff for you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below and I will definitely make sure you get an answer. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm going to have loads of C8 Corvette content like this, C7 Corvette content, C5 Corvette content. You can win this one, by the way, coming that you are not going to want to miss. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload. How would you like to win this Corvette? It may be a lot easier than you may think. If you guys aren't familiar with my YouTube channel, it is called Horsepower Obsessed, and I just recently hit 50,000 subscribers, and because of that, I wanted to give back. All you have to do is go to my website, horsepowerobsessed.com, scroll down and click on the HPO merchandise section. Every $10 you spend is one entry to win this beautiful C5 Corvette. So right off the bat, we have the black diamond wheels, which gives the car an amazingly updated appearance. In the front end, we have the entire bumper and hood covered with XPEL paint protection, thanks to our friends at Blackout Tinting. The rest of the car has been paint corrected and ceramic coated. So you are getting one of the best examples of what Chevy had to offer with Corvette with this specific car. If you want to follow along with the mods on this particular car until the deadline of the giveaway, check out my YouTube channel, Horsepower Obsessed, and make sure you get entered before October 12th, 2021, so you can possibly take this car home with you.